What is up everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, do you want to learn how you can make your WordPress site from being just okay to being spot on, top of the notch? Then this video is the perfect thing for you. So it doesn't matter if you're a photographer, filmmaker, clothing designer, coach, or whatever it is that you're passionate about, that you are creating a website around, it is damn hard to stand out on the web in 2019. In this video, I want to show you my 5 most important tips, tricks, features, and resources that you can use to make your website pop out from the noise. So my very first tip is mobile first. So design your site to be responsive and to be shown on the screen of a phone. And yes, I know most WordPress themes are responsive anyway, but that's not what I'm talking about. So when you are designing your website and setting up your theme and your site, make sure to design it to be displayed on a mobile screen first. So don't sit on your desktop, design it there so it looks beautiful. No, make sure to check what it looks like first on the phone and then think about what it looks like on a desktop computer. And to make sure you can do that, I want to show you a little feature of WordPress that is really helpful. So let's head over into the computer and I'll show you what I mean by that. So now we're in the WordPress backend of my personal page, and I'm going to show you 2 ways how you can design your site mobile first. So one way is if you're going over here to design and into the customizer. So there's a tiny little button down here where you can preview a mobile version of your site. So by default it's on the desktop version like you see here, but you can change it to show the mobile version of your site. This usually doesn't work perfectly fine, but it gives you sort of an idea what it's going to look like on a mobile device. So as you see, this works pretty good. The menu is also working, so we're good to go. You should check this for all your sites. And if you don't want to go into this specific one in here because you might be changing the content of your site, you don't want to go into the customizer every time to check back if it's mobile first. What you can also do, and that's the second way that I wanted to show you, is if you go back, and especially if you're using Chrome, there's this feature. If you have the developer options on, if you go here, it's German but means like developer, and if you go to developer tools, there's also a tiny little button down here where you can toggle the device that's gonna be displayed. So you can make this as small as possible, and then you can choose what device you want to simulate Google Chrome to be showing your website. So if you want to know what your website is going to look like on an iPhone 5, for example, or let's say on an iPad, or for example on a Samsung Galaxy S5, just go to any of your pages. I'm going to my homepage now, and it's going to show you like it would be displayed on a mobile device. So that's my 2 tips on how you can design your site mobile first. Let's head back to the video to the next tip. So my second tip is simplicity. You want to make your site as easy to use as possible. So to do that, please don't create 123 pages for this and that, and an extra page for that, and 20 pages for that, and categories here and there. Make clear structure where you can find what. Have like 4 or maybe 5 maximum main pages that you use to show all your information, your services, an about page, a contact page, maybe a home page, and that's it. You can also use external tools to make your site much more easy to use, like for example Typeform. It is a great example. Usually there are lots of long forms that people have on their websites when they can just outsource this to an external service provider like Typeform, where they have a beautiful setup for people to write long forms. And that's a really great example how you can make your site much more simple, easy to use, and have a much more clear structure without the user being frustrated about not working forms. My tip number 3, and that's something that most of you already know about WordPress, is a content management system with themes. So you can choose different themes, different looks, and if you want to make your website pop, your theme has to be on point. And what I mean by that is that there are a lot of free themes that you can use for your site, and it's a great way to start off. And if you're starting from scratch and haven't made much money yet, it is a great way to start and get yourself out there. But once you run your business off of a website and show your business off on the internet with your website, you should consider spending a little money on a great theme. And there are millions of themes out there that you can use. There are great online digital marketplaces where you can buy any themes, and make sure you choose a theme that fits your niche, that fits your style and your brand. Maybe spend $100. That's a great investment for you and your business. My tip number 4 is data security. And now you might think, how is data security gonna make my page pop up on the internet? Well, that's a little bit of a backstory needed there. Data security is not only important for your visitors to see it is a certified site that uses data encryption for all the traffic, and when they enter the data, for example, their data keeps protected, which creates a lot of trust for people visiting your site. But not only creates a trust for the people visiting your site, but also for Google and other search engines. So Google rewards sites that have an SSL certificate on their site and encrypts all the data coming from the site and going into the site. Google rewards this by ranking your page up higher in the search engine, and that's something that most people strive for anyway. So that if you're spending lots of time on SEO, that's a great factor that is rewarded by Google and makes your page rank higher. Not only that it makes your visitors trust you more, it also makes your page pop up on the search engine much higher. So let me quickly show you how you can get a free SSL certificate for your site in order to make Google rank your page higher and have people trust you with their data. Once again at my computer, now I'm going to show you how you can get a free SSL certificate for your site so that HTTPS is going to work for your site as well. You can see it always with the log up here and the S behind the HTTP protocol. This means the site and the traffic that is going from the site and coming from the site is secure and encrypted. And you go to let'sencrypt.com or let'sencrypt.org is it, I think, and there's a page that's getting started. Usually if you have a WordPress installation you don't have shell access, and that's very technical, so we won't go in there with more detail. We'll go down here to the explanation without shell access, and you can either check your hosting provider to see if it's on the list of Let's Encrypt. Let's Encrypt is a provider that provides you with a free SSL certificate that is being checked with a little bot that's running back there. And if your provider's on the supported list, you can just follow the instructions of this site. If it's not on the list, you could check within your hosting provider control panel or whatever it is that you're managing your site on, if there's an option to encrypt your site and make it equipped with a certificate. So make sure to do that. It's not that hard, just read these few sentences and you'll be good to go with an HTTPS connection on your website. Let's head back and continue with the next tip. My tip number 5 and the final one for this video is custom content. Please make sure that you're not only building a website consisting of stock photos. Everyone can tell from a mile away that you bought this photo and that it's not actually your place or your work that's actually presented there. Please use custom content. Get someone to shoot a photo of you, a good one, a high quality one. Maybe ask a friend or even consider asking a professional photographer, take your picture to put them up on your site. Everyone can tell if it's stock or not. So please make sure that you have custom content and have a professional help you with creating your media for your site. So these are my 5 top tips on how to make your site pop on the internet. Make sure to check back next week if you want to know how you can start leveraging your beautiful site to collect valuable data of the users and start marketing you, your services and your business with Facebook ads. So that's it for me today, guys. Have an awesome week. And guys, always remember, get your stuff seen.